The free-to-play Battlefield 6 Battle Royale is officially named Battlefield RedSec. This is releasing on October 28th, and it's going to be a full-on shadow drop. So all the news, announcement, trailers, all that stuff is being revealed and shown either the day of or the day before Battlefield RedSec is out. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how I really feel about that name. I'm not gonna lie, right? I love that it's free to play. I love that it's already having changes, which we're going to be talking about later today's video. But Battlefield RedSec, I mean, that's the name that they have. That's the name that they caught up with. That's the name that they're going to use in promotion. I don't know if that's a hit or a complete freaking airball miss. I'm going to be honest, man. And if we go to the comments here, specifically on Modern Warzone's reply, and also there has been a few Battlefield sources that have similar replies to this, but a lot of people are just saying terrible name. This name sucks. Hell, bro, Shadow Drop would have been a cooler name. A Shadow Drop everyone knows about, and there's just a lot of tweets not really vibing with the name, right? I mean, dude, this guy named Zen Burger says, I think Firestorm would have been a better name. We have Bob Network UK. He says, what a terrible name. This has 60 likes, right? And then Tom the Lanky Soldier, he is apparently the creator of the #1 Battlefield podcast in the world, Battlefield 1 podcast. He says that's a kind of crappy name, actually. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of agree, because imagine this. You're playing with your boys, right? You're playing with your friends. You're playing with the group of friends that you play Battlefield 6 with, and you guys want to try out the new Battlefield Battle Royale mode. Do you guys ask them? Are you guys gonna ask them, want to play RedSec tonight? Do you guys want to play Battlefield RedSec with me? I don't know if that has the same hit as, do you guys want to play Battlefield with me? Do you guys want to play Call of Duty with me? Do you guys want to play Fortnite with me? Right? It ain't a good name, right? But obviously, just because it's named poorly or nobody really likes the name does not mean the Battle Royale mode's gonna be bad. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for it, because dude, now even Warzone people, anybody who is sick of Warzone and just sick of Battle Royales, right, specifically the Call of Duty one, they now have a second alternative, which is also free to play. Which is good, because we've seen in the past with other gaming industries, right, with hero shooters, specifically Concord, hero shooters are meant to be free-to-play games, right? We've seen Overwatch do it and other ones do it, but for some reason, right, these new developers, these new studios and publishers want to charge an extra premium for the same experience when we have other games that give a similar experience for free. We saw with Concord that they charged $40 for a hero shooter experience, right? And I'm happy to see and happy to report that EA and DICE are not charging anything to be able to play the Battlefield 6 BR. Okay, I'm not gonna call it RedSec. It's such a bad name. Like, just even trying to say it for a video, it's just so forgettable. I'm just gonna say the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale, or the BR of Battlefield 6, right? I'm not gonna say Battlefield RedSec. That's fucking stupid, right? But the fact that it's free to play means that anybody that is sick of Call of Duty, sick of the movement, sick of the look, literally just sick of Warzone, right? And they want a second alternative that is online FPS that has that, you know, Call of Duty look, right? Battlefield 6's BR is there, which is a good thing, because I've talked about this in my previous videos before. Battlefield is specifically targeting people who are fed up with Call of Duty and have no hope for it, and they're looking for a second alternative. That's what Battlefield's appealing to, basically, right? While Call of Duty, on the other hand, is appealing to Call of Duty players and Call of Duty fans who still believe and trust in the franchise, and they're doing everything correctly. Both studios, both games are doing everything correctly to what the target audience that they want to hit and get. And I think that's good to hear. That's good to see, because at the end of the day, I always say this, man. If games do bad, games get canceled. And obviously, we don't want Battlefield to get canceled and have a new franchise or series come in that's worse than Battlefield. And we don't want Call of Duty to get canceled and canned and fully, like, let go and have another Call of Duty-like game that doesn't hit the same anymore, right? And I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a weird time that we're in, man. Competition creates better games. Simple as that. But yeah, bro, going back on the name, I know I'm spending like 4 to 5 minutes talking about it, but RedSec, that's all we could freaking come up with. I think Firestorm 2 would have been a better one, right? I think it just should have been called the Battlefield Royale or some shit like that, right? Or just Battlefield Battle Royale. Just something simple, man, right? Because not even like the hardcore Battlefield fans are like, RedSec? Like, it's a cool name, but it's not something that's like you know, memorable. Even though it's cool, it doesn't mean it's memorable, right? And to add on top of that, it's like RedSec. Want to hop on some RedSec? Want to play some RedSec with me? Imagine you mispronounce and say RedSec. Like, yeah, let's make a fucking Bloody Mary while having sex on Battlefield's Battle Royale. Like, what are we doing here, right? Other than that, right? The name doesn't really matter that much at the end of the day. I think it's just funny to see Call of Duty players and Battlefield players alike all come together and say, yeah, this name is dog shit, or it's not a good name, right? But when it comes to the actual Battle Royale experience, the actual gameplay, they've already made massive changes and have come out with a entire community update and blog covering what they're going to do for specifically the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale, okay, which launches on October 28th, okay? So they changed the close range CTK. They say that they adjusted the time to kill at close range for all weapons to reward clean positioning and tracking, while also giving players more time to counterattack, which is something that I talked about in my Battlefield 6 video about the Battle Royale and the leaks. Because, dude, the map layout and the things that are there on the map, it really seems like you need to be smart on where you go, where you position, and you can't just push everybody and win every single battle because you guys have a meta loadout. It actually takes skill and some IQ to actually win your fights, which is amazing to see. And there's also been some armor changes as well. Everyone will now have the capacity of 2 armor plates at the start of the game. All players will spawn with 1, so you'll have the chance to upgrade as soon as you start looting, which gives everyone an equal chance to upgrade their armor fully, which is good to hear. That's a balancing fix, which is probably much needed as well. There's also been some world improvements. They've been fixing the pesky world bugs and optimizing areas to improve the environment. With these improvements, they made the adjustments to the lighting as well, enhancing the visibility across the entire map, which is a good thing. I think one thing Warzone really struggled with, especially during Modern Warfare 2 2022 and even Black Ops 6, was the visibility of everything and just how far you could look or how things looked at a certain distance. So hopefully with these world improvement changes and the visibility changes, that Battlefield 6's Battle Royale does not fall under the same issue. And then the last thing that was noted here was the vehicle balance. They adjusted the balance for helicopters and combat vehicles to keep them as powerful tools, which shows off Battlefield's core DNA, which is very true. Battlefield is mainly known and was known for its destruction and its vehicle and the things that you can do with them. And they are trying to aim to make sure that the vehicles and all that stuff are not necessary to survive or win in the later games, which is good to see, because we saw with Warzone 1, most likely Warzone 1, with Warzone Verdansk, everybody was rocking a helicopter or a vehicle, right, and moving around the map. For Battlefield 6, they're trying to balance it as much as possible. Obviously, we're going to have to see with the health of these vehicles, how fast they are, what you can kind of do with the mechanics and all that stuff, like jumping in and out of spots and being able to shoot and drive. So we're gonna have to see. But all in all, despite the name being Battlefield RedSec Battle Royale, whatever, and it being dog shit in my opinion, and not a lot of people agreeing from both the Call of Duty side, the Warzone side, and the Battlefield 6 side, the gameplay is sounding good. Obviously, we have to keep that same energy that we have for Black Ops 7. Even though Black Ops 7 sounds and looks and, you know, all the changes are amazing, we still have to play the game. And for Battlefield 6's Battle Royale, even with all these changes to the TTK, the armor, the world, the vehicles, all this news about it, we still have to play it to see if it actually plays well and is actually fun. Okay? And it's worth our time. That's the big part. Worth our time. But still, either way, Battlefield players, let me know what you guys think of the name and the changes being made to the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale. Do you guys like it? Do you guys hate it? And let me know why in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed, drop a like, hype up the video, and hit that subscribe button, man. It's been your boy Limbo, though, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.